Hello there, it's Markane Davis, and to celebrate my 395th playthrough of Skyrim, I will be recording it, doing commentary, and actually completing it. I don't think I've completed Skyrim in at least 250 playthroughs of this game. So we're gonna actually beat this game and do everything. And obviously, if you can already tell already, it's going to be a heavily modded playthrough. I don't know how I'm gonna get all the mods in the description. I'm probably gonna take screenshots and give you a link to a Google Drive. Anyways, my character here was an Imperial, my favorite race. His name is Anthony Septim. And you're like, what? Oh, your player's character is like he's long lost, like heir to the Septim dynasty after like all these hundreds of years. And I mean, that's certainly one way to interpret it. But the way I'm looking at it is that this man has been raised to think that he is an heir. There actually isn't one. He has been made crazy by his adopted old Redguard mother who has passed away a couple of years ago, and has put all sorts of ideas of this man being some sort of chosen boy, even though he was just, adopted off the fucking streets of Breville and brought all the way back to solitude over many years. But he's a man now. He's on his own. And if you give him a second, I'm gonna sort up all the mods on screen. Now I think about it. But yeah, before we go any further and actually start our adventure, I think, because this is gonna be a long one. I mean, this video is probably gonna be like an hour long. So I'm just going to go over some of the ground rules and some of these mods I got going on here. The first thing I always have to do is change this, because for some reason they never save my preset. But I have actually I'm going to cut this out.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin. Which property do you own? The life of luxury. Live well, but live honorably.
I shall. My guy is kooky and crazy, but he's kooky and crazy on the side of good, I'd say. And here we are, in our not so humble abode, Proudspire Manor, bequeathed us, inheritance from our adopted family. And we only ever really knew our guardian, that old Redguard woman. Here we have a bunch of elven stuff. It took me a while. You might notice some little edits I've done, but it took me a while to get all my mods set up. But now I'm ready to go on to a great adventure. And my guy is more of an explorer than a cold-blooded killer, but obviously it's Skyrim. There's gonna have to be some cold-blooded killing, because this is a cold world we're living in. But he's very much an intellectual. He loves reading and all this. He loves learning about the history of places he's been and the places he will go. I think that should be a given for any human being living on this earth, but hey, a lot of people say they hate history and it's boring to them to know what happened, I guess. Anyway, taking the alternate start mod and starting the Proudspire Manor, you just start every playthrough with a Stone of Baron's Eye or an unusual gem. But it's going to be a very long time until we get to an appraiser. But I was talking about him being intellectual because I'm going to talk about mini mods. I'm going to try to find a way to talk about the 500 or so mods that I have over the course of this playthrough, because I want to give them all time, because they all add something at least something very minor but very useful nonetheless to the game. And the first one I always start with, I like to talk about is, well, obviously there's a graphics mod, but we don't have to talk about that. Who cares? Is that you can gain experience through leveling up. I forget the name of it, but I think it's pretty obvious which one it is if you look at the screenshots in the description. I think that's what I have to do here, because there's not enough space. There's only 5,000 characters you can put in the description. I'm pretty sure, man, I really the detail with some of these graphics mods. And the only thing that I find annoying about my current graphic settings is that there's glare all the time. Like there's always that glare effect with every light source that you see, like that sort of lens flare. I think that's the word for it, but it doesn't bother me too much, but it's just very noticeable now. Yeah, I'm just going around taking everything because all this stuff does regenerate after a while, after a few days, so I might as well take it. And for the most part, I don't know if I'm going to be playing in why every time I try to get something I take the plate. I don't want the plate. The plate should not be takeable until everything's off of it, in my opinion. Why would I want the plate and not the beautiful food on top of it? I'll be taking this bread, nice little dagger hanging around. It's odd. It's odd having such a big house, and for years, no one really in it. Well, no one here permanently. My man Anthony does like throwing some parties and, you know, putting out food for people just for letting them have a good time. He doesn't really even show his face too much at the parties. But he has a good bit of money, a good bit of resources, and he's kind of bored with them. He's tired of reading the stuff that he you know, he learns in books. He wants to see it firsthand once again. You know, forced to be a shut-in just due to the dangers of the Skyrim Civil War, but he's saying, hey, this Skyrim Civil War seemingly isn't going to end anytime soon. I gotta live my life. Gotta go back out there, explore everything there is. And he's definitely gonna feel some pain. It's gonna be a lot worse than just casual nicks and bruises and falling hard on your knees or something. He's prepared for a lot more than that. But whatever it takes to find the hidden knowledge that we just pass up every day. And you might be thinking, what am I going to be abusing, like alchemy and stuff, or smithing and all this? And I have to answer that with a resounding hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a couple of cans of beers and thrash them over my head? Hell yes. I love abusing glitches. I love abusing. I mean, it's not even a glitch. It's just an exploit. Another thing about stats with this playthrough, I have like the skill uncapper, and I made it so that every skill can level up to level 1000. That being said, I will not be doing smithing and alchemy exploits. Like, I won't be maxing out my smithing and alchemy to level 1000 at the beginning of this game. Seems a bit much. It makes yourself you make yourself so overpowered like that. I'll take this. Oops. I wanted the sword, thank you. I won't really be coming down here too much, so I don't know if that stuff regenerates, but I know pretty much everything else in this house. The food and ingredients do, the soul gems do. But yeah, I think the equipment is still going to be permanent, and I'm so happy that I figured out the fixing of the mannequin glitch, where like if you look at a mannequin in the face, it would look at you like its head would track with you. And sometimes during certain holidays in this game, the mannequin will come up and start following you around like just any other companion. It was really creepy, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I didn't know, I forget what the solution to it. So I know people out there struggle with that too. But it was some like close mod or something I had to uninstall. But yeah, it goes to the sewers. I don't have the key. I'll take the sword. I will be selling most of this stuff, probably. It's probably what it's most useful for. All right, have to pause right there. Let's see here. I've basically taken all the ingredients, but there's a couple books I want to read. I don't know if I want to do the thing where I actually read the books aloud. I think that might be a little excessive, and it might slow the playthrough down, but there's a lot of these books I'd never read before, and I think at some point I wanted to read them. But as you see here, the unread books glow. they have like a bluish glow. If it's a book that can level you up, it'll have like a yellowish glow. If it's a spell book, I think it also has this bluish glow. But it's the Wolf Queen. It's about like Potema. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this. Yeah, it's one of I forget how many books it is, but I think it's about Queen Potema and all that good stuff. But you don't have to obviously to count it as reading at any version of the game, unmodded, modded, whatever. Just opening the book means you read it. So he gets he levels up based on that. He doesn't level up like generally. He gets experience to his speech by reading books, and I always thought that was quite just a nice way of enhancing speechcraft, but also, you know, rewarding like book finding. Excuse me, more than just trying to find a level up books. And since I already read these, I guess they're not glowing. I'll take this dagger as well. Thief of Virtue. I thought this one levels you up. That's odd. Sometimes the glowing doesn't load, or it doesn't register for some reason, but you still get the experience from it because you see in the top left. Oops. You see in the top left your mind feels enriched by the text or whatever. That means you're getting some experience by it, and obviously my speech just leveled up. I'm gonna take this with me. You already learned already. Can know from that text. Feel your mind being enriched by this text. And I'll take this with me as well. Yeah, most of the time it doesn't work. It's just not working here for some reason. Take this free juniper. Yeah. I'll take that. And goddamn, so beautiful. Bread, give me that bread. And more ingredients. And some slaughterfish scales. Void salts. Very important ingredients. But I'm not going to really mess with alchemy until I find a trainer. I'll level myself up a little bit. But with that being said, we're ready. Let's go out to Solitude and walk around for a bit. Obviously, you got custom loading screens here. I think it was like the Elder Scrolls card game. Will not be playing in survival mode. But the religions should pop up here. Yep, the Winter Sun's Faith mod. Pick from any of the, how many of that? 9 divines? Yeah, it's 9 because you could worship Talos, yeah. My guy be loving some Akatosh. Because, you know, like it's a very, I don't know. I feel like, oh, excuse me, gotta hold that thought.
Something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here.
Yes, let's start the quest. I'm not gonna actually start the quest, but if you say no, I don't think there's a way to start the castle go whatever quest, the Haunted Stronghold. There's a lot of quests that's we have already. The Sinister 7 is like you're getting hunted down. Actually, I forgot to let me edit that right now before I actually start leveling up. Sin 7. I don't, because the Sinister 7 is like a mod where you get hunted down by people who want your head, like it's for something that you did in a past life. Like maybe you were a thief, or maybe you're like a bunch of assassins and you betrayed them, or you ratted them out, or they're mistaking your identity for someone who did that to them. I think in this case, it's going to be a case of mistaking identity, because Anthony Septim has been, you know, pretty much a clean-cut sort of guy, although honestly he has kooky beliefs about himself and where he stands in this world. He's just been hanging out in Solitude for most of his life, and pretty much all of his time as being a young man. He's about 21 years old right now. He looks, you know, sort of ragged 21. He's a Skyrim 21. Anyways, I don't know what direction we want to go right now. We can do the Sheer Gorath quest right now. I don't think I want to do that. The Wabbajack is so overpowered. if you pay attention, I think you saw a clip of me. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that when I get to that in this playthrough. But there's many things I want to. I made a list of quest lines I want to do in each month of the game, and I think in this month of the game, I want to start off pretty basic, and I want to join the Legion. But before that, I want to do the Bard's College quest because it's
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
it's simple adventuring, but also you learn a little. You find some pretty unique books I think along that quest line that I think Anthony Septim would really like to read. So I think we're gonna do that. I've been playing so many different games. I forgot why is jump in this game. Anyways, let me get some more of this hanging moss. I can get that moss. I can get the moss. There we go. Love that moss. And stare at the sun. Alright, anyways. How you doing? Yeah, I'll tip the bard. I give you one me. Is there... I need to pray. Yeah, this is pretty important. I'm at 24.5% favor with Akatosh, and I really want to get it past 100 because I think the secondary, once you get past 100 with Akatosh, you do extra damage based on the percentage of your favor, which I would say is pretty helpful at any point in the game. It makes you pretty overpowered, and it's always a very obvious and easy choice for which god for me to worship in pretty much any playthrough, because Akatosh is, I don't know, he's just so easily, like if you're doing any sort of hand-to-hand combat, he's sort of the best one. Anyways, Malachi, what brings you here?
To the Bard's College? Why, the performances, of course. I'm a bit of a culture aficionado. I enjoy anything involving art and culture. And there is no better place to find it in Skyrim than here in Solitude. I even hear that the museum is reopening, which should be quite exciting.
Interesting. With that being said, let's go into the Bard's College.
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you?
The Master of Head, eh? Well, I'm looking to apply to the college.
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard.
What do you need me to do?
Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago.
And that's where I come in?
Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem.
Alright. So what is the Poetic Edda?
I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it.
Okay. And why did Elisif forbid the festival?
As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torig, was recently killed.
Oh, that nigga got murked.
Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof.
Has the war affected your college much?
Not much, but as a bard I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times. But the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era.
That is true.
I wish you luck in finding the verse.
So, tending the flames. Find King Olaf's verse. It's just over here. Dead Man's Respite. But we have to prepare for that, of course, because it's I think it's mostly Draugr, but I don't exactly remember.
What year did the Aldmeri Dominion invade the Empire?
180?
171.
Oh, 171.
Good Ildi, soak in the lore. Yorn, what happened during the Red Year?
The thing exploded,
Morrowind suffered a massive explosion.
and then all the Dunmer had to
Ardenfel's
come over
Red
here.
Mountain erupts.
Yeah.
Precise, Yorn. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
Yeah, it's about
Good to meet a
it's about his
prospective bard.
story.
I think Ildi's better than Demon.
Viermo said you could tell me about the Poetic Edda.
He's sending you after King Olaf's verse then.
Someone has
That's
a
good.
crush on you.
We shouldn't leave it lying around.
Look
now
at
that
all
we've
those
figured out where it
books,
is.
all the
The verse
speechcraft
is
experience.
the Poetic Edda.
But I can't
Living
take the books for
history of
myself,
Skyrim.
which is sad.
Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time.
How are your students?
Be careful. You might find more bunch of distractions if you ask me. They just interrupt the rest of my work.
Yeah. How about the books though? Look at this. I'm about to level up like 3 times. I can't take it though. It would be considered stealing. Read about the Oblivion Crisis. What? That was wild stuff, huh? The Watcher of Stones, whatever.
Yes, Headmaster.
Herbane's Bestiary, Hagravens. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. The Real Baron Zaya.
Your solo performance was
Is this
about
the
a
same
week away.
book?
I expect to hear your early
Oh, it's
review
bottom 3. Okay.
tomorrow. Understand?
Gods in Worship. Look at that. That sweet experience. Report disaster at Ionith. This is so immersive, guys. Playing as an intellectual and getting experience for reading. So immersive. It's not like I'm actually reading
Now
the
back to your
books,
practice.
but I'm immersed all the same. The Song of Polino. Polino Rightshrake. That's my guy right there. I mean, he's not so much my guy. I just love that name, Whiteshrake. I mean, all it means is that he had white hair, I think. But it's still a pretty cool name. Like if I one time I convinced myself, oh, maybe I should be a comedian. Maybe that'd be like a great career move to be a stand-up comedian, because it's like it's pretty easy to write jokes. It's not that hard. I mean, you would have no way of knowing if I'm any good at writing jokes, I guess. Can't really tell from this channel, but writing jokes comes pretty easily for me. I'm like, okay, maybe I could go up there and be a stand-up comedian. And my name, my stage name was gonna be Blackshrake, due to my dark brown hair, and I was gonna be like a parody of like not so much a parody of a black comedian, but like I don't know, like a tribute to black comedians, of all the hood comedians that never could make it, as if I could make it. You know, I have pretty fantastical fantasies, and it's like yeah, when I make it, you know, I'm gonna be like a tribute act for all the comedians that I pass by. It's like the dumb shit that I think of while I go to my $15 an hour job. And it's not really much of a brag. I meant to say that as like a pathetic thing, but I know in some states y'all got that $15 minimum
Careful with
wage.
that.
Oops. Anyways, stepping lightly. Look at the speech, man. The experience. I love it. I love it. And you know, in our world, if you read this many books, you would, your elocution skills would level up quite a bit. People say you read books full of vocabulary or whatever. Like it helps your vocabulary. What the fuck? Okay. Just heard a boulder drop. Like I say, you know, it widens your vocabulary. I mean, it does, you know, but I think it makes you a better speaker. It makes you a better speaker than like a person who knows a bunch of words. I feel, which is odd, seeing that, you know, it's words on paper. It's not like a podcast or something. If you listen to podcasts, you would not become a better speaker, probably. Anyway, there's a note right here. Can I read that one? As you know, the unread books have a asterisk in front of their name. So even if it's not glowing, you should see that asterisk. But we didn't see that with the books in my house, though, which is odd. Anyway, on Oblivion. It sucks. We actually, through the Creation Club stuff, we actually can go to Oblivion in this playthrough. Which is, I never done it before. I never actually played that DLC. But I could finally finish that quest on here, and it's gonna be pretty fucking cool. Because when I tell you Anthony Septim hates Daedra, boy, he can't wait to go in Oblivion and fuck shit up. And I'm sure remnants or new versions of the Mythic Dawn will, because, you know, most people, there are rumors going, you know, the rumor and tale of Anthony Septim being like a long lost septum. It's mostly a joke around this region. Everyone knows, or everyone thinks they know, that old Redguard woman is just telling tales out of school, telling tales out of college, and, you know, they don't take her seriously. But once Anthony Septim starts, you know, oops, put your hands away, starts doing stuff and, you know, really changing the course of Skyrim and showing that he's very powerful, I'm sure very quickly he'll have a target on his back by some aggressive forces that might be occupying Tamriel. On crossed daggers, the Wolf Queen. Oh, I can't take those yet. After a while, like if I waited to do a couple of the Bard's College quests, I would be able to take these books and not be considered stealing. I would be able to take the ingredients without it be considered stealing. The Ethereum Wars. But look at all this information. There is another book here. It's like the Red Eagles something. I should start that Red Eagle quest. So yeah, some of these books are actually starting quests for us, which I enjoy. Okay. That's all these books. There's a couple on the table. The Bear of Markarth. Who was that? Ulfric. Oh, it was Ulfric, yeah. The Crimes of Ulfric Stormcloak. That time that he... Didn't he, like... basically, like, purge all the Forsworn from Markarth? Something like that. Maybe I should actually read that book. Yeah, I actually read that one because I find Ulfric a very interesting dude. The Crimes of Ulfric Stormcloak by Arianus Anianus, an Imperial scholar. Oh man, it's a fucking old book. Ulfric Stormcloak is considered a hero by many for his part in quelling the Forsworn uprising. That's it. That's what the book is about. That's enough. we got the point. All right. Yeah, of course I'll find it, bro. Investigate the ruins of Arkingthams. Arkingthams. I don't know. Oh, we already did that. Find Red Eagle Sword and bring the unusual gem to an appraiser. Okay. Let me quick save right here. Oh, let's actually level up since this is probably going to be we're probably not going to be doing Magicka. I think I'm just going to do health right now. I'm going to do health and stamina. I might do Magicka later, but yeah. Right now we got 28 speech. You're getting a bonus due to being clean. I forget what it's called, but it's a mod where you have to like, you get bloody and stuff. I think it's a part of the reputation mod, which I have, and a part of your part of your reputation is like staying clean and like washing the blood off yourself after your battles. So, and you know, not being stinky or whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna do speech twice. So yeah. So I get a bonus for being, you know, freshly cleaned. You get like plus 5 to speech. Okay. Apparently I did a quest already. I don't know what I've done. I guess no, Live and Learn Life is still already there. It's still there. Read another few books. Man, my man is really, I think it's only a thing, like there's only one instance of it and I can't remember what it is, but I think there's only one instance in this game where if you read a book you will have an extra dialogue option for a specific. Oh, someone dropped it. That seemed like a bad. That's oh shit. Let me, how do I flip it? There we go. Look at that. I'm the Askeldi man. Dancing fire. Or is it Askeldi? Yeah. Let's see, read some more books. I would not be apologizing. I mean, a lesser Let's Player would be apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, there's not too much action in this. Fuck that. Grinding, getting your stats up through cheesy methods is action in this game, in my opinion, in my honest opinion. Let's see here. Oh, more books. Realization of acrobacy. What's acrobacy? Realization by Master Runin Zabavi. Story of the struggle between Telvanni counselors. Master Gothrin agreed to see the oh, it is acrobats. Okay, that's all I need to know. This is a great thing about these books. You read the first sentence, you already know where it's going. Okay, just a bunch of copies of the Balladier's fake book. Looks like a pretty real book to me, sir. But I think I read all the books in here. I can go back to talking to people. Did I go on this side? I don't think so. There more books. The story of Lyricius. That's a pretty cool name. My one-handed went up. Oh, it's a stat book. What an interesting story. The outer one is real. I already know that. His freaking face on the back of the cover for this game. We ain't washed him no Daedric. There's only every freaking Daedric prince or princess. I don't think they're called Daedric princesses. There's Daedric prince. Besides Meridia and Sheogorath, and there might be one more. Maybe Malakath, maybe. But besides that, they're all like genocidal rapists, and people say sometimes, well, technically the Adrian Daedra, they're not agents of good and evil. You know, it's way more complex than that. And you know, if they're not, fuck those people. They're evil. Daedra should be hunted. Anyone who worships them should be prosecuted, and whatnot. Fuck that. No Daedric sympathizers outside of Sheogorath and Meridia and Malakath. Maybe, because I don't think Malakath was I don't know, I don't remember. Maybe also Malakath, but I know Meridia, she dislikes order, and Sheogorath likes being random. And you know, he's an agent of chaos, but he's not inherently evil. Whereas everyone else pretty much is a chaotic evil piece of shit. How's it going? How's it
Lady
going? Oh, you don't
Angel
talk,
said my
okay.
voice is second only to hers.
Ataf, what's
But
up?
she's
Can we
selling me
talk
short.
later?
Remember, being a bard
Okay,
isn't
Yorn,
just
what's
about
up?
Wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troops to victory.
I hear that. You seem proud to be a bard.
And why wouldn't I be? We sing tales of kings, queens, and their politics, 'tis true. But do you know who really makes history? The person who writes it.
That's right.
Farewell, stranger.
How's it going?
You're new here, right? Welcome to the Bard's College. It's like a musical museum.
Okay. I've certainly been absorbing a lot of knowledge from it. It has certainly been an experience. Anyways.
Hello, yes. I'm the Dean of History. And Scribe. Good to meet a prospective bard.
I like training in the art of speech, the art of storytelling.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Not doing that.
Be careful.
I got money, but
You'll
not
find
that
more than
much.
just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
Okay. Not even done. This Nightingales, we're not worshiping no nocturnal.
Charity.
Oh, it's like a standing stone. That's pretty cool. I don't know what standing stone I'm going for. I'd probably be like, isn't it the lady stone that gives you like 10% more experience on everything? Because there's like the warrior, the thief, and the lion, witch, and the wardrobe, which gives you plus 20 in those specific group of stats. But I think the lady was 10% bonus on all stats. So I know it's somewhere on the west side of Skyrim, but I can never quite find it. And maybe, as some of y'all know, you just say, well, of course you never find it because it's not anywhere over on the west side of Skyrim. So, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up in between parts. Look at that! I'm gonna be level 4 already. We're not worshiping no Clavicus. You know what? Clavicus Val, another guy. Okay, there's more of them. Clavicus Val's it's just like a guy who likes. I mean, he's still a piece of shit, but he is not a killer and a racist. I mean, and a rapist. I don't care if you're really racist. That doesn't really matter to me. Racism is for stupid people. So it's for people who don't know better. So I can't really get mad at a person who's racist. You know, if you were, because that just means you don't know better. Because if you knew better, you would hate people for even worse reasons. I'll take a racist over a rapist. Anyway, we're done here for now. On that note. Anyways, do health again. Okay, so the shops are about to close up in about an hour, so I think it'd be best if we start selling some stuff. And I'm sorry if my video's dropping frames or whatever. I'm just testing out these video recording settings for this game, because I might have to lower the bit rate quite a bit. No pun intended. Let's see here. Well, let's go in here to. Oh, it's already closed. God damn it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let me leave. I forgot. We're in Solitude, and the iconic thing when you come to Solitude is that you get to see a grown man get his head cut off. What the fuck's going on? Is someone here? What's going on?
Must be my imagination.
I guess so.
That's definitely going in my part.
Did they kill him? Where he at?
To bad rubbish, I say.
Did he get killed already? Yeah,
Drawn it out some more.
yeah,
He deserved
God
a
damn it.
slower death.
I can't believe they already killed him. I mean, his body is in here. Okay, I guess that's that then.
Shouldn't have been like this.
A man opens a gate and they cut his head off? Doesn't seem right to me.
Okay. Well, if we go, got missives. Another way to level up through reading is reading all the missives. So go boom, 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 boom. Take all those, and we get some pretty easy, easy quests to start the game off with. You know, little mini quests to start the game off with. But we also level up our speech once again, and I also have the notice board mod, which is very similar to missives, but it's not. Sometimes it's just advertisements or beware for a vampire in your area, lusty vampires in your area, sort of things. So not always missions. So there's that. Yeah, everyone's about to close, so I might want to talk to you. Wait, you're not the normal guy.
Solitude need to learn the
Are you the apprentice?
No, wintry. It betrays its wintry master. That's it. Let's see that fool of a Nord top this.
Top what? What are you working on?
Only the greatest poem ever conceived. Well, half conceived. But 3 more years and it shall be finished. I can't wait to see the look on that stupid Nord's face when my very words rise from the page and become the sun.
What's this Nord's name?
I don't know his name and I don't care to. I imagine to utter it would be some sort of Daedric malediction opening a portal to oblivion. You'll know him by his looks. He's as ugly as a Shulk, as graceful as a golem, and as fat as a sea drake. And much like those drakes of Blackmarsh, his entire existence is an utter abomination.
How will you find him if you don't know his name, though?
Easy. You can find him by his smell. When it comes time to deliver my poem, I'll follow that specific trail, to my nose's regret. The smell he emits is unlike any other. It's as if all the world's mildew collected in a single boot and was left to ferment in a dragon's anus.
Ew!
I dare say he must be a werewolf of some kind, the way he drags his hairy knuckles on the dirt.
You think he's a werewolf? Maybe he thinks you're a vampire.
Coming from him, I'll take that as a compliment. Clearly, he's throwing spit to the wind and hoping it hits something other than his face.
What's the cause of this rift between you and the Nord?
How should I know? He's the one who started this quarrel, but I aim to finish it, and I just about have just 3 more lines.
And that's gonna take you 3 years? I thought most stanzas come in quatrains.
Maybe in Cyrodiil quatrains are the norm, but here in Skyrim they use all sorts of clumsy triplets and basically set fire to the language as a whole. However, if my victory is to be resounding, I need to trounce the Nord on his own land, using his province's own rules.
So how long have you been working on this here poem?
Well, typically something of this stature requires decades to perfect. Even for someone of my talents, it has taken months to get this far. Yet I have made significant progress nonetheless. Perhaps you would like me to bless you with a verse?
Yeah, go ahead. I'd be honored to hear your work, sir.
You're well-mannered, Suar. The honor is mine to read to one so noble, but I assure you the pleasure will be all yours. This poem is based on a vacant home I passed by in Whiterun, following a mounted duel with a Nord. The cave is the heart where the dragon tongue sings, and the torchbug pens poetry upon a naked leaf. Here lie 7 generations of smells, where beds never cool, and windows never shut their eyes. where on a midst of sun's dusk the sky betrays its wintry master, where the sun dances with the nightshade and spells cast calm on the day.
Does this guy not know he's a vampire? I mean, he was just hanging out, tanning leather in raw daylight. So maybe that he just has eyes like that. I don't know. That was wonderful, truly breathtaking.
Yes, and life is not about how many breaths you take, but how often you listen to my poetry. Not many realize this truth, but you, Sirrah, have an ear for the sublime. It's an honor to meet a gentleman of such exquisite taste.
How will a poetry duel be any different?
Simple. Words travel with you. They stick to the inside of your mind. My verse will worm its way into his mind like a poison, gnawing away at the tips until it burrows a hole to the heart of madness. It is not death I speak of, but the death of his dream. I will make him weep until the widows pity his soul, and then I will kill him.
Good God. Can you tell me about your duels?
Of course. In fact, I was waiting for you to ask. Which duel shall I relate to you? The two I recall most vividly was the bare-knuckle brawl and the duel of spiced wine.
Tell me about the bare knuckle brawl.
Sure. My servant and I were attending a party at the Thalmor embassy when someone mentioned a delightful bard that reminded her of Razalon. Of course, I recognized the fungal odor of dead animal musk immediately. As there are no weapons in the embassy, I was forced to challenge the fat golem to a bare-knuckle brawl.
Who won?
I would have won easily, but the scoundrel managed to sneak a shiv past the guard. His every jab was a slash. Still, I would have trounced the cur had he not cut my forehead, which blinded my vision. It ended in another draw.
I'm interested in the wine duel.
That day the Nord was here in solitude. The fat boar asked me, "What is it this time? Dice? Daggers?" But I told him my weapon of choice was wine. It was a drinking duel. We spread 21 bottles on a table and took 10 each at random. The remaining bottle was a cure disease potion.
What was the potion for?
It would be given to the winner. Of course, it could only be imbibed when one of us had died from intoxication.
Could you take any breaks?
Yes. After 5 bottles, if we were both standing, we would take a break. We both were allowed to eat, provided the food came from the inn. The brute went for a haunch. I made no such request. I walked behind the counter and plucked my choice from the rack.
I take it you had some sort of plan.
Naturally. Earlier, my servant had asked the local alchemist what foods would help me resist poison. She said garlic. With that, victory was assured. The Nord was halfway through bottle number 7, but it's then that his monkey lips curled into a smile.
Why the smile?
Because he was up to no good. I could already see the flies milling about in his head when he smashed the bottle on the table. Then, like a frenzied troll, the fiend swung the broken glass at my neck. I was about to demand his head for breaking the rules when I realized my mistake. I said our weapons would be wine bottles, but I failed to specify in what way. With idiots, you have to explain things without implications.
I don't know. I think I would interpret the same way. We will fight with wine bottles means that, we'll fight, wine bottles. Anyway, where's your servant now?
I've sent him off on an important errand. Nothing more.
Finally covered his face. Okay. How long? The sculptor. How long have you studied poetry?
Many years, more than I care to count. My clan made its fortunes long ago, and now we spend our time leisurely, donating to the arts. Most of the time we make sizable donations through gold, but I believe that my poetry will serve as an equally charitable measure.
What's your poem about, sir?
Yes, undoubtedly you wish to know my authorial intent. While there are countless deeper meanings, the basis of the poem is about how caves are a home for the undead whose winter never comes.
Speaking of the undead, your eyes.
Hereditary affliction. I have my father's eyes. It is a mark of noble ancestry.
A noble vampire ancestry. Well, I think on that note, I'm just gonna be heading down home. It is getting late out. Been talking to this guy for like 3. Hey, how about you don't follow me? Oh, well, yeah, we're done here. I'm gonna go home, lock my doors, go to sleep. Yeah, and that's day 1 of the year 201 in the 4th era. Anyways, time to go to sleep. It's been one heck of a day. Read so many books and heard that weird vampire's tale, you know. And we have our work cut out for us. We got a bunch of quests to do, a lot of little things to do in our efforts to try to help the people of Skyrim, while also using it as a vehicle to explore the real secrets and the real power this land holds. So yeah, there is a lot to explore. If you look closely, there's some unfamiliar places, to your eyes at least, that we will eventually, over many hours, finally get to explore. Yeah. Anyways, always love. I thought usually when you're inside the clouds go away, you can see more clearly, you know, the border with Morrowind and Cyrodiil. But one of my hopes for this actually lets me let me go to sleep. Anyways, one thing about this, when I level up, every level I get a perk point. When I go to sleep, after I level up, I believe I get another perk point. Is that correct? Nope, it's not true. I guess I uninstalled that mod. Okay. I used to have, like, you sleep, you get an extra perk point for every level. I guess it's not really necessary now since the levels are uncapped. But anyways, one of my my dreams is that this playthrough is going to be so long that eventually Beyond Skyrim like releases start coming out during my playthrough, and I can integrate that in to my Skyrim and continue the journey on. And I think, you know, playing an hour every week of this, it's probably going to be this playthrough can last a good 18 months. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this for a while. So Beyond Skyrim stuff, I'm pretty confident that stuff is gonna be releasing during this playthrough, during this series. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning here. It's about an hour until the stores open back up. And you know what? The stores might have been closed yesterday, not just because of the execution, because it's like New Year's and all the stores are always closed on New Year's with the holidays mod. Also have a mod where various factions, you know, good factions, have guards in the cities. So we got the Dawn Guard here, looking badass. I think it's called Dawn Guard Sentries. Yeah, and they guard the, you know, various cities from the vampire threat, vampire menace. And this guy staring at the wall where that Argonian would normally be. But for some reason, in past playthroughs, the Argonian hasn't been showing up, and this guy has been staring at the wall for the entire game. Poor fuck. Anyways. Let's see. Let's go in here. Actually, should I just go out? Guitar. Nah. Obviously, this winking skeever looks a little different than what you're used to. You'd think JK's winking skeever, and JK's all his interiors for making the inside of everywhere looking a lot different, and you know, it's a lot more attention to detail, a lot better, using the assets that are already in the game.
You are the most stunning creature I have ever seen.
What? I don't think I'm that. Well, I guess I am a septim after all.
Oh, did I offend you? I did not mean to. I am a simple man and clumsy with my words, not a poet. Please have a drink with me.
Do you really think I'm stunning, or do you say that to
I
everyone?
truly mean it. I wouldn't dream of resorting to the low behavior of those bards. Please, let me buy you a drink.
Let me buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. I'm not letting you take you home with me, because I know this guy. He's a freaking gay guy. He's gonna have sex with my butt. I know that guy. If you drink him, he will have sex with you. You'll wake up and your butt will be wet. And you're gonna be like, "What happened?" And it's like, "Oh no, I know what happened." Man, I'm not about to be victimized like that. It's below a septum like myself. Why are you leaving Solitude, sir?
I don't know about you, but I've got to get as far away from Skyrim as possible.
And that would be Somerset Isles? Or I guess it would be, what's that place called? The place with where the land of the dragons are, or whatever, and the snake-headed people. Akavir? You're going to
There's a
Akavir.
cabin somewhere on the north bank of the White, near Riverwood. A kind old lady was living there. Or so I thought. She let me stay the night, but told me not to go into the cellar. Naturally, I got curious.
What did you find in the cellar?
There was all sorts of oddities in there. I think she was a witch or a necromancer or something. In any case, I got out of that cellar and never stopped running.
Interesting.
Safe journeys.
Hey, little girl, what you doing in here? People drinking and shit, and doing gay hookups. Oh. Nope, this is a trap. I'm not adopting little crying girls.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Any news and rumors floating about?
Here, take a look at this.
The bird's eye, okay. Why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
Yeah, Skeever as a pet?
They were smaller back then.
Okay. I'm looking for got any leads.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Anthony walked into the Winking Skeever, said to the man, bum bum bum, got any jobs? Okay. Heard any rumors lately?
I heard Jari Ra is hanging around the wells.
Jari Ra. That's such a great name. Heard any rumors lately?
Seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Heard any rumors lately?
Marcus Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Heard any rumors lately?
People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense.
I'm trying to get. I keep asking you the same question. I'm trying to get you to talk about that gay guy who's trying to hook up with me, man. So, anyways, you know where I can learn about magic?
Magic? You're on the wrong side of Skyrim. You want Winterhold. That college there, they teach it. Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though.
Come on, man. You need to tell me about that guy who's trying to show me his winking skeever. He's trying to get me lubed up with some drinks. Any bounty work I can help with?
Of course.
Like maybe taking out that
It's all
gay
in this
guy.
note.
No homophobia though. I'm just saying he came on pretty strong to me, you know. But no homophobia though. Heard any rumors lately?
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I could believe that. I'm needing some work. Do you have anything for me?
Of course. It's all in this note.
Hey, don't end the conversation. Do you know where I can find some
Of
work?
course. It's all in this note.
Hey,
Need a
motherfucker,
good rumor or two.
with these fucking quests.
Can oblige.
Tell me about that freaking gay guy. Oh, I guess that's the end of his dialogue.
Winking
Well,
skeever
great.
Next time you're footsore.
But no homophobia though.
There's been rumors of Talos worshippers leaving notes at the Temple of the Divines. I've never seen one myself, though. Hello there. We haven't met, have we? I'm Fironet, although my friends call me Firo, or Netta for short. Although I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We just met, so we're hardly friends. Not to mean that we won't be friends someday, or even today. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Can we start over?
Sure. Well met person I've never spoken to.
Well met as well. I mean, well met and greetings. What I'm trying to say is, greetings and well met. Oh, sweet taffy treats, I did it again, didn't I?
It's alright. Not everyone, you know, could be a bard, you know.
Well, I was kind of hoping I could. I know, you're probably thinking I've gone mad the way I fumbled through our meeting. And, truth is, I'm perfectly happy just being Netta the milkmaid.
So why do you want to become one?
Well, my friends have all said that I have a great singing voice. I suppose they should, because that's what friends do. But after hearing it a number of times from different people, you start to think there might be something to it. So here I am.
Well, I'll talk to you some other time. I
Until next time.
gotta go. Oh man, this thing is filling up already, but I love it. I love it. But here we are. I think on this note, with dozens and dozens of quests loaded up for us, we're gonna come back next week and actually start taking them down, or at least preparing to take them down. Because I don't even have any armor yet. Oh, I guess I do, but yeah, I want to find the best armor we could find. Oh, we got messages. Let's read some messages. Let's read some messages. And on those notes, see you next time, next Sunday morning. We're another hour of Anthony Septim's adventure throughout Skyrim. Will he be the chosen one?
Yes.
Or is he just some fuck? Man, talk about some fuck. What you doing?